What up, potheads? I made a pot. If you're new here, click subscribe, like the video, comment. If you hated it, if you liked it, let me know. What I am making, it is called a coil. It is a coil of clay, which is basically a rope of clay. And this rope, I gotta make it as long, like as the rim, so it just sits on top like this. Measuring it, cutting it, connecting the end parts of the coil together, connecting the coil to the rest of the pot. Still connecting. Now I'm pinching the coil into the pot. Kind of smoothing it out now. Oh, sweaty. Cool pop. Alright, this went to this. I used my rib to just shape it up. It just took a while. While that's drying, I worked on another pot. So same process, connecting that coil to that pot. Use whatever tool you can. Pinching, making it taller and a little bit thinner. Using my rib to smooth out my fingerprint marks. Now I'm using my needle tool to smooth out the little crevice. Then I'm using my polishing stone to burnish right there. Wetting the rim, I find it makes it a little bit better for that coil to stick. Just going around again, kind of pushing that coil into the pot. So I'm going to show you how I make kind of even points on my pot's rims. Insert photo. So there's so many different ways of doing this. This is just the way I do it. It's probably not the best. It's the best for me right now. There's multiple tools that people use, but all I use is a tape measure. Literally just a tape measure, like $1 at Walmart. And that's the only tool, other than like a marking tool. You can probably kind of see me. The first thing I do is decide how many points I want on this. And I want 7 points. So go right here around the rim. So right there, 13.5 inches. Well, 13.5 divided by 7 is about 2 inches. So with that knowledge, I mark the first spot. That can be random. So there. Okay, so it'll be a little less than 2. So after I mark my random starting point, I measure roughly a little less than 2 inches all around the rim until it's kind of eyeballed evenly. And then I go on the inside, make sure I can look at it from above. So you can use any circular mold, but I have used my Greek yogurt. And so where that line is, where that mark is, I put it up to the edge of that circle, and then I just measure it. Like, these are the important parts. Just make sure they're even. That's all I could say. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I'm just kidding. So while I'm cutting, you want to pay attention to the edge in which you're cutting. Like, if my wrist were like parallel with the ground, it'd make too sharp of a point. So I'm going at an angle in which it's flaring. You just gotta kind of eyeball everything. If you get it kind of close, looks kind of good. It's kind of wonky. It's not even, but I'm gonna try to make it as even looking as possible. Right, let's see what we can do. So I am using my metal rib to kind of smooth out the sharp edges of the rim. Then in here, kind of getting rid of the scraping marks. Then I use a wet paper towel to get rid of the harshness. And it's still, I mean, it kind of smooths out the clay at this stage. Then, I don't know what this is called, but it's almost like a sgraffito, but I just call it etching because I don't have any like glaze to scrape off. But this will give it the illusion that it is not crooked, and it almost has a tree vibe. Uh-oh. That was spooky, huh? Did you see that? Anyways, flipped up side, or right side up. It looks pretty good. And I am burnishing it. This is the last stage. Showing off. What I didn't show is I did a little stippling inside. I'll show you that on the next video. One thing at a time. Then I sign my work. Alright, the grind does not stop. I get another sliver for a coil for the big Mama Jamma. Same process, making that coil, kind of beat it into a rounder shape. Then I use my hands to kind of speed up the process. Roll it out to make it even. Since this is a big pot, it's gonna have a long coil. Not too thick. That'll be good enough. It almost touches, but that'll be okay. And when I say it's gonna be okay, it's as I'm squeezing this coil into the wall of the pot, it makes it longer. So, as you see there. Now pressing this coil into the wall, kind of minimizing if there's any air or distance between there. We don't want any air in there, or that will make it explode. So this is how I connect it. Connect a coil to the wall. I use about 1/3 of that coil, and I bring it on the outside, and then same thing on the inside. Well, I'm pinching the wall right here to make it thinner and taller. Well, I'm gonna pack up and go home. Good session. It is hot. I'm out of Coke Zero, so that is my cue. I finished one pot, as you saw. Then I made good progress on the other pot, and the big monster is one coil in. So not where I wanted to be with the big one, but we got a lot done with the other two. If you enjoyed this pottery session, come back in the next one. Be nice, pet a dog, and I'll see you next time. And that's it for today. Next, this will dry for like 3 days, then I'll go in the kiln, and then it's gonna get fired to like 1800 degrees, and then it'll be done. If you like the content, subscribe. I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for being here. I'm heading out on my private jet. Guys, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need to upgrade my jet. If you could help me out, I greatly appreciate it.
Nice.